Drew, I know you guys pride yourselves on defense, and defense leads the offense. So I guess can you speak to, I guess, your steals in overtime and the momentum shift there? I think they ran out to a 5-point lead, and then obviously Giannis with the steal at the end to kind of clinch it.
I guess just time and situation, really. Yeah, they jumped up to a 5-point lead. Offensively, we were a little stagnant, but I think we hang our hats on defense, and I mean, give it up to them. They played hard. They played great. But I just think down the stretch, we made more plays on both ends.
I think earlier in the year you had a steal late too, and sort of talking about making a clutch play on defense. In a game like this, though, where it was kind of a slog with with some of the fouls and how things were playing. I don't know, is that a mental switch to a degree, or is it how you feel all the time in terms of trying to can you make a clutch defensive play? For instance, because you can't really control if the ball goes in. So I don't know if you feel like defensively it's something you can will to happen.
I just think it's a calculated risk. I don't think I just reached like that all game just because I feel like some people, I mean, these guys are professionals and they're the greatest in the world, so they can get used to anything that defenses throw at them. So I feel like maybe in certain times I might take a risk, put my hand in there and see what happens, and I got to steal tonight. Cool.
No.
It looked like y'all had the game, not necessarily in hand, but you had the 3-point lead late in regulation. They make a big three to tie it, and then they're up 5 early in overtime. At that point, what are y'all guys saying? What are y'all saying to each other on the floor, on the bench, or in terms, because it seemed once y'all got down 5 in overtime, you really turned it on again.
We didn't really say much. I feel like at this point, we kind of know what it is for ourselves and our teammates. We keep our composure pretty well. I don't think anybody really gets too high or too low in situations like that. They went up 5 the first, minute, first 40 seconds in overtime. So we know that 5 minutes is going to be a long time, and we're always going to have a chance to come back. But I just think concentrating down the stretch, I wouldn't say that we necessarily turned it on. We had a couple of good shots there and missed them. But I always feel like we are pretty good at keeping our composure and trying to go out there and make the best plays we can.
Two-part question, if I could. When you're looking at the stat sheet or analytics or anything, I wondered what first 1 or 2 statistics you look at to see how you did or measure yourself. And then also, when you contribute so much offensively, does it ever take away from your defensive game? Do you have to mentally regroup a little bit or reset or pick your spots?
Yeah, I think the first one, the only one I really look at is turnovers. I think as a point guard, that's something that everybody's taught at a young age, is don't turn the ball over. As a point guard, you're supposed to be the one who takes care of the ball, gets guys their shots, kind of is just in control of the game. And just, I think, composure-wise, always in control. So I think that's the only one I really look at. And then I do think sometimes it is hard when you're going crazy on offense. Defense is also hard, especially for a guy like me who's at some point picking up full court, maybe even guarding the best player down the stretch, things like that. But sometimes it's just kind of like, I don't know if it's momentum or whatever it is inside of you, but, offense fuels you too. So I think when you get hot, you just got to keep shooting it and see what happens.
Drew, obviously you guys didn't really work today, but you did win. It's 11 in a row. How would you describe an 11-game win streak? And then how would you describe your own participation in that, your role in that winning streak?
I'm not going to lie, I didn't know it was a 10-game win streak until last game. I just kind of felt like we were going. You know what I mean? We were on a roll. I didn't know how many games it was, and I don't really, I guess, care for how I play as long as we're winning. So for me, as long as we get the win, I'm okay. And again, the only stat that I look at is turnovers. That's kind of how I determine if I have a good or a bad game. So even tonight, I have 5 turnovers? Yeah, to me, I'm like, that hurts my soul. So I think for me, it doesn't matter if I score. I would like to make plays on defense most of the time I'm on the court. We have enough guys that are going to score. Giannis is going to take over. We have Chris, Joe, Grayson, Brooke, who hit 15,000 points. We have a lot of scorers, so I try to do my best to impact the defense.
I mean, you say that, but you did score 40 tonight for just the second time in your career. Just like, what do you attribute that to? What do you think you had going that kind of allowed you to pile them up the way you did?
Some threes. You know, I had some good looks at threes and knocked them in. Just locked in and held my follow through. Giannis obviously getting into the paint and attracting 5 guys, and then being able to, you know, kick it out and make the right play. Trusting me to shoot it. So just knocking those threes, and then being comfortable just attacking, being aggressive. Maybe plays at the rim, maybe getting mismatches that I want, and kind of going from there. But really just staying confident, knowing that my team wants me to stay confident and aggressive and continue to do that.
And then just during the streak, the way you guys have played offensively, maybe more specifically, what has stood out or impressed you the most about how your offense has started to click as of late?
I just think we're playing a lot faster, and that could be because of getting stops. I think in transition we're our best, especially with Giannis, you know, down the lane or making a play for other people. Obviously, everybody here is saying he's hard to stop once he gets into the paint. But I think our defense turns into offense, and we've been doing pretty well, stopping people, doing our best to keep them off the three, and then keep them off the free throw line as well.
Hey, Jrue, you have been playing amazingly offense and defensively tonight. And previously, there's people doubt about you that whether you deserve on the All-Star team or not. Do you believe that tonight's your performance would be like a strong message for those who doubt you that you absolutely deserve the All-Star?
I don't really care about that, to be honest. I feel like the ones that you're always gonna have somebody doubt you, no matter what you do. Not everybody's going to agree with the way you play or the things that you do, but I think at the end of the day, if you believe in yourself, you have people around you that believe in you, your teammates, my family. And again, there was a whole Eastern Conference full of coaches that voted for me, and maybe they see something in me. So, again, man, it's an honor. It's a blessing. It's been 10 years since the last time I was an All-Star, and I'm excited.
Jrue, back here, you had mentioned you don't need to score out there, but having that 40 and one of those threes that you hit tonight kind of came at the end of the third, that heave there. I know obviously a lot happens after that, including the overtime, but how did that sort of reset things for yourself, reset things for the team, that kind of led to that back and forth affair that was for the final 17
Sure, I've
minutes?
gotten one of those before. Maybe I have, but that one was pretty deep. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. I feel like you see more and more, like when you watch games, guys are taking that shot and with 2 seconds left and it's going in. I'm not gonna lie. It's something that I think we just kind of do for fun. You know, we'll be at practice and start shooting it, seeing how close you get or if you make it. So honestly, I just took my chance, not really caring about percentages or whatever. But I think knocking in those shots leads to something good. I think that the momentum is shifted when you make a shot like that. The crowd gets into it. Your teammate gets into it, and then even for me, just building that confidence, I just shot a 70-footer. Yeah, it feels good to make shots like that. So really, man, just staying positive, and it was a lucky shot, maybe. Maybe I could do it again.
What happened with you and your knee there late in the game?
Nothing. Went up. Probably I don't know. I'm not sure. I gotta watch the clip. I think he hit me with his knee, knee to knee. That's pretty much it.
I know you all pride yourselves on defense, and defense leads to offense. So can you speak to Jrue's steals in the overtime? Obviously, one led to the dunk, and then your play out top to kind of clinch it.
We got a guard. They're a team that moves the ball a lot. It doesn't matter who's out there. They're very disciplined. They just keep moving the ball, try to break down our defense and find open shots. Like, we gotta have that individual pride to keep guys in front of us as much as we can. That's what makes us great, you know. And we, you know, obviously we did it a little bit more, you know, when we were down in the fourth quarter. Did it in overtime, but like we gotta do it throughout the whole game. That's when we are at our best. You know, we're able to guard, keep them in front, you know, get some deflection, get some steals, run the other way, you know, find the open man, find some open threes, get in the paint for easy twos. But I believe like when we play the best Bucks basketball, that's when we defend, and we were able to do it in the fourth quarter in overtime.
Just for you, what does it mean for the team when Jrue decides to kind of turn it up a little bit defensively? It felt like those final couple minutes he just decided to do so.
I don't think he turns it on. I think it's always on. Drew. Always guards. Always try to give his best defensively, and offensively he's always aggressive. Try to get downhill. Try to facilitate for the team, create for himself. But like there's sometimes that it's gonna be on and he's gonna be solid, and there's times that the ball is right in front of him, and he's gonna try to go get it. And he's so good at it that most of the times he gets the ball. You know, he built us out in a lot of situations. He won us a lot of games with his defense, and that's what makes him great. You know, we need him to keep being solid and keep being setting the tone for us defensively, because I feel like the whole team is going to follow. Yeah.
You guys went small with Brook off the floor for a while tonight, and I know you always talk about just knowing that he's always behind you, that he can help out. When you take on that role, when you're the big guy on the floor, you're the one protecting the rim, kind of what are you thinking about, and how does that maybe change from how you might normally do things when he's on the floor?
Same. Even when Brooks is on the floor, I always try to help as much as I can. Try to be the rogue guy that always will come and try to get deflections and help Brook rebound. But when he's not there, it's pretty much the same. Try to protect the rim as much as I can. Obviously, Brook is 7'1", 6'11" is different, but it's hard to protect the rim with, you know, the team we're playing, because they want to shoot threes, you know, and you kind of have to decide like what are you going to give them? Are you going to give them 5 open corner threes? What are you going to give them, the floater? So it's kind of hard, but at the end of the day, you know, my job when Brook is not there is to protect my teammates and try to rebound the ball as much as I can. And obviously, I set way more screens offensively for them to turn the corner, get downhill, try to shoot the pocket 3, pocket 2s. That.
Y'all been, even before Jrue was selected as an all-star, y'all have kind of been campaigning and saying he was deserving of this honor. But what does a game like what he did tonight kind of do to show people that he merits that?
I don't think Jrue needs to showcase to anybody. He doesn't know anybody, nothing. Obviously, at the end of the day, you know, we can't control what other people think about us and what people think about Jrue. He's just playing the game of basketball. Today, he had a really good game. He was aggressive, was facilitated for the team. He was defending. He was really good. I've said it since the season started that he's an all-star. He was an all-star last year, that he didn't make it. And you know, I'm very happy, and I'm very excited to be in Utah with him. But before that, we have another game against Chicago, a team that have beat us twice, once at home, once in Chicago. We got to take care of business, try to play good basketball, move the ball, have fun, enjoy the game of basketball. And as I said, Jrue, he's an all-star. He was voted by the coaches that I don't know the reserve. I think they're voted by the coaches, so he doesn't need to show or prove to anybody that he's an all-star. Like the coaches around the league know that he's an all-star. That's why he made the all-star team. So, as I said, I'm very excited. I'm very excited to play with him, and I hope we can represent our family, the organization, the city of Milwaukee in the best way possible.
This may not have been a goal of y'all's at the beginning of the season, but this 11-game win streak has now gotten you, I think it's a half game behind the Celtics for the 1 seed for best record. What kind of value do you put in that the rest of the way to potentially catch them and have that 1 seed go to the playoffs?
We're playing good basketball. That's all I care about. Even today, we scored 130 points. Do I believe that we can defend better? I do believe we are going to defend better. But as I said, we're playing good basketball. Now, if we finish first, good. If you finish second, great. If you finish third, better. It doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, you got to prepare your mind, and that in order for you to win a championship, you got to play hard teams. You got to go and earn it. Nobody's going to give you a championship. You got to go and earn it. It's not going to be easy. First round, whoever we play, it's not going to be easy. Second round, harder. Third round, harder. Fourth round, even harder. So whatever we finish in the regular season, I personally don't care. All I care about is building good habits, playing the best basketball we can play as a team, defend the best way, and hopefully we can put ourselves in a position to win. What else? That's pretty much it. It doesn't really matter. It does not.
That's a great answer. Most of us won't see you or talk to you. I know you have a game against Chicago first, but then when you go this weekend, how different is it for you to go with a teammate, to have a teammate with you in this All-Star experience? And at this stage in your career, what is the All-Star experience like for you?
I've had a teammate, right? Chris has been All-Star 3 times, right? Or two, three? Three, yes. So this is the 4th time I'm having a teammate. It's fun. It's fun to be in the locker room with your teammate. It's fun to interact with their families, their kids and all that. To take that, take the All-Star picture together. You're able to, I have a picture of me and Chris framed in my basement. Now I'm gonna have one with Jrue. It's fun. You can never take this for granted. You never know how many times more you're gonna be All-Star. In your career, I don't take it for granted. And by the way, thank for all the fans that voted me as captain. I don't take it for granted. But as I said, we have to go there, have fun, enjoy the time with our kids. I feel like in my first 6 years that I've been All-Star, I take it too serious sometimes. I try to go and win and compete because you're playing against the best. My competitive nature is always kicking in, but I'm going to try to have fun. I'm going to try to have fun, try to be able to take some break physically, mentally, because we have to come back. And before we even go to the playoffs, championship talks and all that, we have 20 more games to go. That we have to play good basketball. And as I said, again, have fun. Come back, be healthy, be in a right place, good place mentally, and hopefully we can play 20 good games, stay healthy throughout those games. Everybody come together, build good chemistry, and hopefully we can be ready to go and make a run.
I know you like physical play, but knees are different. And when you're down for 30 seconds, we can't tell is this it? Are you hurt? Or then you bounce back and you look fine. I just wondered, are you dealing with this like at home? Are you icing it? Not like NBA finals when you were taking care of stuff around the clock, but now are you taking better care of your knees or like elevating or anything different other than just the treatment you get here when you're at work?
I've kind of dedicated my life to my craft. Obviously, when you're at home, you gotta balance your fatherhood, with being a basketball player. But at the end of the day, I think I have a great support system around me that help me and allow me to do what I love and what I'm good at. I always take care of my body. I invest in myself. It's the best investment you can ever make in your lifetime, is yourself. I always try to have the best team around me to take care of my body. Because at the end of the day, if I don't take care of my body, I'm not going to be able to provide for my kids and my future kids and my support system and the people around me. But at the end of the day, no matter if I'm down for 30 seconds, if I'm down for a minute, I'm going to be good no matter what. If I don't get up immediately, I'm going to get up in 1 minute. If I don't get up in 1 minute, I'll get up in 2 weeks. Or whatever the case might be, I'll be fine. I always have that mentality, and that's what have got me here so far, and that's what I always tell myself. I feel no pain, and I'm just going to go out there and enjoy the game of basketball in the best way possible.